This is a sample from the President's Matches 14-point game U.S. rules croquet as a prelude to the Solomon Trophy between Great Britain and the U.S., which is a sea croquet. We're at the Sarasota County Croquet Club in November of 2023. This match features Mark Van Loon at an AC grade of 23-23, 39th in the world. Of course, doesn't have an American rules handicap. And Zack Watson at 24-87 grade, number 16th in the world.
We have to have an extra one.
They're already in the game. Blue and black were in corner 1 and red and yellow in corner 4. And blue just took off to the attack in the corner to pick up red and yellow.
I think we're gonna.
14-point game is a very useful format. Here, because it's shorter, they can get a lot of matches in one afternoon. But for your developing players, everybody gets to peg. And there are U.S. rules players who take a year or two to get past one back, let alone to peg. In this way, they can learn the end game. So I've been finding it very instructive for my players who need that experience.
All the perspective you need back here on court.
At this point, we were trying to get it together to live stream the Solomon starting the next day. And Mike Albert is up in the booth discussing things with me. So we'll pretend that this was kind of a live stream.
Where's David Mom here?
No.
Why did Allison say he could comment?
No, from remotely. He could watch the live stream and then do a remote feed in on.
We'll have to figure out how to do that.
They did it for the Worlds.
Yes.
So Mark didn't hit red at all. He just picked up yellow, sent it to 2, and now he goes back to partner in corner 1. The deadness board has an additional column for clip position, as everybody knows by now.
Giddy up.
Oh my God.
Blue and black are barely 2 ball diameters apart. Nobody would have done anything from where Zack was except aim right between them. Does this mean his critical distance is greater than 28 yards?
All the clips are on 2. So everybody's in the game.
You see, blues down.
There were pauses to explain things occasionally. The things that most distinguish American rules from AC are strict ball order, carryover deadness, and how you handle the boundaries. So starting with what was really a pretty aggressive attack in American rules, take off from 28 yards away to a boundary ball, Mark has successfully set up a break for black, 3 balls for a while, and he'll pick up red probably before hoop 5, around there somewhere. And the ambient sound will come back after I finish a phone conversation.
Skid mark is
I'm sorry.
Skid mark. He's a protege of Ian.
Who is that?
Ian picked him out of the crowd at Cambridge, and he'd never played croquet before.
Wow.
And he's, I think he's only been playing 3 or 4 years. It's just phenomenal talent.
So is Plummer a physician, a mathematician, or a physicist? Or
Mathematician. In this game, it appeals to me.
John said they were measuring the speed with a stent meter and a golf ball.
Yeah.
I thought it would be fun to do that at the same time
That you do a
as we
plumber.
do plumbers and see how they correlate. Because if you tell croquet players 9 feet on a stent meter, they have no idea what you're talking about. Well, the golfers will, of course.
But you know, I'm not a golfer, but I've used that stimp meter for so long that I know how fast that is relative to the way I hit. And I know that if it's running between 8.5 and 10, that's like the perfect speed for my swing. I don't have to make any modifications
Okay.
on the
Well,
way I swing.
I really
But
want
if
to.
it's faster than 10, I have to shorten my swing up. And if it's slower than 8, I have to make my swing longer to really accommodate it. Just, fast luck.
Of course, one advantage of plumbers over a stent meter is plumbers is an average speed over the whole length of the lawn, whereas the stent meter only measures a very localized area.
Are you actually recording? Oh, yeah. Should we not be talking?
Yeah, it's okay. I'll do it.
If red and yellow had any deadness, they would be able to clear one ball now because Mark just made hoop 4, which is the equivalent of one back in the full American rules game. It's an equalizing mechanism, just like the lift hoops in AC, only instead of a lift, you get to clear deadness.
Let's figure out the rotation.
Both games have wiring lifts, of course, but in AC, the lift is to a balk line.
I got 2 hoops.
In American rules, the lift is to any ball you're line on.
This is actually leaving it a bit late to get it after 4. After giving clearing.
Good control.
Interesting to see if it goes after 4.
And blue is still for 2, right? So that's what you got to do to lead.
Yeah. But he wants yellow down here.
And blue's dead on yellow, but since yellow is black's danger ball, it kind of doesn't matter.
I assume these guys practice this game at home before they.
Season.
Actually, no. They, on the plane ride over, they studied the rule book and some materials that Debbie Lyons put together. That's it.
when you do it that way, you run more of a risk of being last out on partner. But, you know.
Well, he doesn't run for 6 years. And I don't like to leave over there. I like to leave only 2.
I like bringing partner to its hoop.
That's what I'm saying. But he's moving it.
Having left the spent ball as an escape ball. Because now, to get clean, he's going to have to do it on a blue.
Well, he hasn't made 6 yet.
So he's going to park yellow over there now.
No, he's going to bring yellow down here.
No, I know, but on the croquet shot, he's going to.
He's rushing it behind red, so he can.
Okay. So those lights turn on.
It's.
Okay, I see. He'll bury it afterwards. So he'll be last in.
Blue's pretty far off the boundary.
Okay, very good.
We'll see.
The goal of the unhittable leave is for the danger ball yellow to be wired from probably blue and red and have a shot at just one ball, likely black, on the boundary. That way, a shot of 110 feet has to hit that ball and not knock it out. That's why it's called unhittable.
Just say whatever you want. I can take it all out.
If he doesn't like what you say, he's going to edit it out. But who's he telling you to? Oh.
Twice. You better leave before you break your teeth.
See, I'm not sure he's thinking about this. Put that. He's not going for max distance. That's for sure.
Figuring out whether we can get wired behind hoop 2, probably not, but at least close to the boundary and only a one-ball target for wherever yellow ends up over near corner 4.
Get in the shade. I'm not in your way.
You're not in my way.
Good. So I found a big bolt in my tire this morning when I was putting air in it. But I just ordered new tires.
That's the one that was leaking?
Yeah. It was dropping. It was 10 pounds a day. It was dropping. And I read that they don't, in Florida, they won't patch these tires with foam.
No.
He said, next time you get one, bring it in, I'll patch it for you. I said, well, I've heard that then you drive on it, there's thump, 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 thump. He said, no, I can do it. I've done it before. Worst is put a patch in it for $50. If you don't like it, go buy a new tire. But he said, give it a try. I said, I thought it was illegal in Florida. He says, yeah, it is. So, we'll see. So I have a new set of Pirelli Zeros as of 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Another rules check. If I run a hoop,
I'll tell you the answer as long as you give me a lift with that.
if I run a hoop with a rover, do I get it?
Yes.
I think he's making fun of
I
us.
think that we should allow them to ask questions, rules questions. It's unfair.
Is he discussing rules or something?
Yeah,
He
he's asking
He
the
wasn't
rules
sure how he
question.
kept himself clean. He said, if I run a hoop with a rover.
And then, oh, yeah.
Normally you can't do that, but they don't know the game.
I'm not sure exactly what she trying to blow it position.
And getting rover clean is completely alien to AC because there's no carryover deadness and thus no need to ever do this.
Does he know that if he hits the peg, he's out on that shot?
I'm not sure he did.
It's not a problem in AC, but in this game,
It is a problem. Oh, because you're going the other way.
yeah.
I just want to tell you how much I appreciate. I have watched every one of your
Oh my God. I need to develop a pin system for people who've watched 50, 100, 150. So you get a platinum pin.
Thank you so much. I watched all the association. I watched all the 6 women.
Good.
And now for our AC friends, the concept of last deadness. The yellow ball in black's row is only half exposed. That means black is last dead on yellow. That means that as soon as black makes
We have a steps.
contact with any other ball, it's now live on
Zach's
yellow.
telling them what to do. Oh my God.
Without that rule, once the first ball made Rover, any American rules game would basically be over.
This kid told me he studied it on the plane. I said, "Did you play in the UK?" He said, "No." Debbie gave us some handouts on the plane.
Yeah. And they probably watch some videos. Some of Russ Dilley's videos. You should have turned off the feed to England before this thing. Missed.
And now Mark is in control. I had to redo these last 2 scoreboards, and Stephen Mulliner assured me that nobody would notice, and fewer still would care, that I only had an emoji for the Union Jack, not the flag of Great Britain. And for the Americans, here's the evolution of the Union Jack. The crosses of St. George and St. Andrew from England and Scotland superimposed form the flag of Great Britain. And when you put the cross of St. Patrick from Ireland on top of that, you get the Union Jack. That's the American version. The real history is way more complicated.
Same thing happened recently. Read up on it. They showed up and asked questions. Somebody was 3 ball dead.
So back to Croquet. He has black as a pioneer at hoop 3, and he's approaching hoop 2 on his finishing
They
break.
were 3 ball dead. They had no clearing. Put them in the jaws of the hoop and surrounded them all 3 ways. They had a 4 ball break and he ran all around. It's like, you genius, you know? What do you possibly do of setting yourself a 4 ball break? You know, most people would just say, okay, I'm fine with 3. They're 3 ball dead. They're not going to do anything anyway. And he took it to the next level and said, I'm going to put them in the jaws and surround them by the other 3 balls so they have no choice.
I've seen that diagram before, but I've never seen it done.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so impressive. It was either his first or his second presidency. It was only his first or second time ever playing the game. And that's when I think it opened everyone's eyes to, okay, these guys can play American rules. They just have no clue what they're doing. Exactly. Yep. It's good. He's young acid. I know acid. I was talking to Venice.
Yeah, Croquet, he hit in that game over here. He went from the yellow corner to the blue corner. He came out as one of the coming out of bounds. Yes, he doesn't have the same touches on much. I think that's he's trying to figure out how to place Croquet's because it's how's that still good? Green game. 2-1 still. So then it's a 2 and then egg. It's on the peg.
Yeah.
You got a peg blackout.
That's his part.
Oh, that's right.
He's playing a different peg blackout just before the peg's pulled. So in this game,
When you do that, when you get a place at 9 inches, you have 2 shots. You don't have 1 shot. You have 2. You could lay up and hit it from there. Jesus.
Jack allowed that.
Yeah, I don't want it to be too crazy.
How are you taking Croquet if you don't have the ball to take Croquet from?
It does make it interesting, though. It makes it. There's obviously no danger, but there's a reward.
The steward didn't mark it.
Did they?
I had to explain it to him.
Yeah, good guy.
Just more information.
You can help me if you need to.
Since all he has to do is make hoop 6 and peg out, he's not going to need to go get yellow.
John, I told Damon, I said we should play the singles matches first. And then play the doubles. The doubles have helped figure out the game from digital strategy.
They sure have.
And there's a lot more singles games than there are doubles games.
You guys sure figured it out.
Yeah. Hey, Zach, I'd quit giving him advice.
Huh?
I would quit giving him advice.
Quit giving him advice?
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll give me a lesson later.
So game 1 to U.S. rules ingenue. Mark Van Loon from Great Britain. Classical 14-point game. 2 breaks and the score is 14-2. Now for game 2,
It's like a delta wing.
if they split, they don't play a tiebreaker. They just each get half a
Mark,
point.
how old are
I'm 30.
you? Oh, 30.
Yeah.
Like, when I was talking to Ian this summer, I misunderstood. I thought he was not.
I don't know whether they are flipping each time or if the loser gets to go first, but they switched ball colors because Zach went first.
They don't wear hats because the sun never shines in Great Britain. Is that what it is?
I don't know how they stay. I mean, they're so fair and how they can walk around without a hat on in this heat. I would wilt in 20 minutes.
I didn't spend much time in Florida. Oh, I have to put the encoder in. I gotta get it all connected. But all I really have to do is already hooked up to the YouTube channel. I just have to get it on the Wi-Fi. And that encoder goes right here.
Oh, okay. So will you try to use the 5G network that we have?
No, we're going to use the router. Yeah.
Does it come this far? Did you check?
Oh.
See, I have it on the phone. So.
The thing has 2 modems on it, and if we wanted to, we could run Ethernet out here. too.
Yeah, I got a good strong signal.
So blue and black are in corner 4.
This boundary breaks out right there. See, it's hard to run that. I'm not sure he's a rush this week.
Yeah, he's got to have a rush to do it. He just has to hope the yellow stays there.
Leaving a ball in a hoop like this, of course, is something that basically never happens in AC.
Now, the business about leaving it there being a bad idea.
It can be a bad idea in the full game because if the opponent makes a break and gets to 2 back, they can knock that ball out of position, making the hoop. And if he leaves it there long enough, blue can rush black over there, cannon yellow into the game, and get a break going for black.
The game and the other ball on the court. And, so it's a dangerous place to be. So cannot bombard them if they're back. Cannot just bombard them.
The best American rule player in the world. Surely he's going to stay again. You know somebody else is going to play after this was over?
We'll rotate, but I don't know who's going to be on
It
this.
doesn't matter. Because this is so ideal.
Do you have a good angle to get? You don't have a good angle to get there.
I will be when we
forward.
move forward. Yeah.
But there you can move the whole thing.
All right, it's coming in. So much for all of that. Oh my God.
He's going after him.
He's doing the same thing Zach did, because Zach really was screwed, but this is a little different.
This is very aggressive. He's giving away a 3-ball break if he doesn't roquet something.
But red's guarding the hoop too, so it'll be hard to. Zach can still do it because he can get down there and wire himself for red.
Most American players would have played cat and mouse a lot longer, I think.
I'm guessing that they didn't have to work with this kid's swing at all. If he started out swinging like that.
I guess, yeah. Just natural. Plus, he's a maths guy. He's a PhD in maths.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to ask him my question.
I love TV channels too. We're doing it for Friday night.
Okay, Zach's coming. He must have given himself a rush to 2.
No, yeah, he gave himself a rush.
Or a rush to blue would work well too.
So he may, it'll be interesting to see whether he rushes yellow out. Takes off to red.
It strikes me as an AC frame of mind. He's going to take a really long shot, and if he misses, it puts his ball over where Zach can pick it up. Going for broke. So in this game, Zack Watson wins the opening and gets the first break. Or maybe it's that Mark lost the opening by being ultra aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to win him. is only live on red.
Sleeping.
Yeah, it's okay. Mostly just relaxed.
So what Mark Van Loon took the first game off his hat, just
Yeah.
textbook.
Really?
He attacked from corner 1 to corner 4.
Yeah.
And,
Looks like game 2's not going as well
well,
for Zach.
yeah, Zach just got control. He threw blue out when yellow was. Mark shot right at it and missed. And didn't get off the court. And so he rushed yellow exchanged for red. And finished blue over. So he should go to the peg on this turn.
I love doing this when the players walk fast, because then I can keep it all in the frame, you know. Pardon? Yes.
The other thing that's great about this tournament is that our team, everybody's under 40.
Right.
And on the British team, other than one, everybody's younger. Actually, Debbie's, I think Debbie's 50. Should make this game easy. Big difference that I see between American rules players and association rules players playing American rules is that the AC players rush the pivot ball to the next pioneer.
Which
And the American
Bob
rules
and
players,
Ted said don't do, right?
the American rules players tag up
Yeah,
and
hit a
take
split
off.
shot. Yeah.
And it's so much easier if you rush the ball over. It really is, because then your next shot's just a little drive shot and you keep your pivot close. And,
Well, Bob and Ted say don't do that because they want the pioneer placed precisely, and they figure you can do it better with a croquet shot.
no, I'm talking about rushing the pivot towards the pioneer. And they use the pivot as a pivot. They just leave it up there and they take off.
Yeah.
And I play, and I think most of the top players rush the ball over.
Right. Well, my understanding is that when they first started playing American rules, they didn't set out pioneers. They just left the ball at the peg, and they did a ball-to-ball break all the way around.
When I first learned how to play this game in the mid-'80s, it was nothing like this.
Really?
And we weren't running breaks.
Hmm.
And it was several years later before I saw somebody running preludes. That's easy.
You were playing the Palm Beach two-step.
That's how.
Make a hoop and join up. Make a hoop and join up.
Not make a hoop, go down the line, join up.
Yeah.
Make a hoop, go down the line, join up. And just nibble your way around. But I find the game incredibly boring.
Since 6 is effectively rover, he's now making penult with the spent ball, which he can send to 2, where blue's going to want to start its break.
Bring yellow down here. Start this leaf.
He's going to dump yellow now.
Yeah, I would.
Disposing of yellow nicely, destroying yellow, as some players say.
It's the best time to do it. Because now you can set those other balls and get the perfect wire around it. Yellow not being in the right place when you set the dark. That's remarkable.
Now he can send red to blue's hoop so that when he makes 6, he'll be able to take blue to hoop 2 and get clean off red and not be last dead on partner.
So you take that.
So you started about the time Damon came over from Australia.
Pretty much. I think 86 was probably the first year I started playing American. So now life goes on. I'd like to rush to do it with people.
Do you like their shoes?
I do.
I like these. Just two pieces of boxes. Good.
So maybe a slightly stronger lead by Zack because the balls that Mark has to shoot at are both pretty close to the boundary. Look out, it's going to be close. Another foot, he would have been in business. And now what Zack intends is the winning break to even the match. As you remember, Mark didn't pick up the spent ball. He just ran a 3-ball break with a danger ball with no problem. This way, if he breaks down, the ball that plays next will be a long way from the action, theoretically. So while Zach finishes up, give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I've got a couple more from the Solomon to do that weren't live streamed. I want to thank again our sponsors, obviously the USCA, where you can get everything you need to know about croquet. And Don Oakley's Croquet store by Oakley Woods. All the equipment you need from beginner to world champion. And naturally, Chris Barley. So they split He's got a half a point.
The third game back.
Yeah. Yes, I can see how this game can go very quickly because it's all. I wondered if I did something wrong in the opening.
And this is how it ended up. Stuart Lawrence, Jeff Sue, Adam Lassiter, and Damon Bidencope joined Solomon teammates Ben Rothman and Zack Watson to win 6.5 to 2.5. Jeff and Ben won their singles matches, and we won 2 doubles matches. Everything else split. Good showing by Great Britain and a nice demonstration of the bedrock of both AC and US rules is solid break play.